sushi too, because we both
We do
love
love
sushi.
But I love whipping out some mashed potatoes and maybe some I don't know, chicken or with pineapple and cheese. Let's go with that.
Wow, nice.
That sounds pretty good.
Pineapples.
I'm ready.
It.
Anything for dessert? What about dessert? We have anything for dessert? The Russian. There's something that we had over at Bubla, of the Russian restaurant. It was really good. There was a really nice Russian restaurant here close by that I have a couple of.
I'll say our bakery items are pretty good. I can make all of them or bake all those, but I am guilty of going to the Russian store sometimes when I fancy something a little bit sweet like that and just buying it. There's just like layered cakes or, the ones with cream. It's just,
pretty good stuff. Yeah, it was a cream. Was it a
Blintz maybe or something like this?
Something like that. I'll have to remember. But it was a really good restaurant here about a couple miles away. East Coast, West Coast. East Coast or West Coast in the United States? West Coast, really?
Yeah.
What part? What part of the West Coast?
I'll probably do California-ish. Yeah, water.
Climate.
I'm sorry, climate and water, because I know Florida has water too.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
Being in Texas, I think you kind of get a little tired of the humidity.
Yeah, just a little bit cooler. I do like the summers, but not Texas summers are a little bit extreme sometimes.
So more like Northern Cal, where AJ's from, or more than the Southern Cal region?
Maybe Southern.
Okay. Yeah. L.A., San Diego, somewhere in that area?
Yeah.
Okay. Mountains or beach?
I'll take the beach, even though I do like mountains. So it's a tiebreaker.
It's a tough one.
I like some good hiking and pretty views and Colorado style.
We know Philip is more of a beach guy, evidenced by the site of your wedding too, huh?
Right.
That's right. Puerto Vallarta was absolutely beautiful on the beach. So
it's definitely, beach never disappoints.
Oh yeah.
Sunrise, sunset.
Sunrise.
Really, sunrise.
I consider myself a morning person. I'm more productive, once I get myself going, definitely more things get done first part of the day, and then Phil is the sunset. So that's
we get both.
So you got an early bird.
It's better in the evening. I wake up and I'm like, let's go. So what do we have on the agenda?
Yeah.
It's like, wait.
Cup of coffee first.
I see.
No talkie before coffee.
Right.
That's the T-shirt.
And we talk about it a little bit later.
So he's the night owl. You're the early bird, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Favorite season? Summer, fall, winter, spring? What's your favorite?
I'll take the spring.
Take the spring, yeah. What about you, Coach Philly? Trying to remember.
Spring.
Springtime
too? Yep, absolutely. Love the weather, and it's beautiful and good time of year. So I'm right there with her.
It's a happy medium.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite holidays? What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas?
Yeah.
Christmas? Okay.
I'll take Christmas. Here in the States, for sure. We don't have Thanksgiving, so that's non-existent. But Christmas is beautiful and good family time together as well.
Is there a Belarusian holiday that you really enjoy? Because that just came into my mind that you said we didn't have Thanksgiving in your country. So is there a holiday that you really look forward to over in your country?
The biggest one we would celebrate in our family would be New Year.
Really? Okay.
It was kind of just when Santa would come, and it was just the fresh start and celebration and fireworks and stay up all night.
Wow.
So I was always looking forward to it while I was especially younger, but it was still a good time when I was older.
What do you like to do in your spare time?
I love spending time with my friends. Also do like a little just alone time, maybe doing some DIYs. And I've done some old lady things like cross stitching.
Oh, wow.
Puzzles. But I definitely enjoy maybe just kind of making some things kind of just as the older I've gotten, just Hobby Lobby things and then trying to recreate it instead of going and buying it.
You become domesticated, right?
Yes.
No, yeah.
I thought Phil was domesticated, but you sound like you're. Do you have anything like a pillow you can show us that you've done?
You know what? I've had a base that I actually couldn't find.
We did a puzzle together, and she came up with a great idea where you put a board in the back once you finish it, and then you frame it, and then we put it on the wall.
Hey, that's good.
And
idea.
for seasonal things, I've done like wreaths. That's why I was like, oh, where are they at? But maybe like Christmas or fall wreaths, where we can put on the door. Kind of just like doing those.
That's going to look good in Nat Shat Vittles in the grocery store. You can sell those, right?
That's right.
Yeah, see it. Now we got to keep saying it. It's just
Right.
me.
Oh no, I'm gonna use this. This is something that we'll get some hats. We're gonna get some hats made up. Say that.
NSV.
That's right.
That's great.
All right, now we know you all have a pet. You know, is your pet around right now? Thunder Bear?
Yes.
Thunder Bear is in his bed right now. He'll be 14 in September.
What a great name.
He's been listening to the podcast, and he's been a big part of our life. I've had him for 11 years, and then she's been able to enjoy his company with us for the last 6 years, and he definitely loves his mama for sure.
How'd you all come up with the name Thunder Bear? Phil, how'd you come up with Thunder Bear?
When he was born, he had a little white lightning bolt.
Okay.
When Wheaten Terriers are born, they're actually born completely black. But then as their coat grows, as they get older, it's actually the color of wheat. Okay. Well, when he was black as a puppy, the day he was born, he had a white lightning bolt and became Thunder. That's the official name, Thunder.
Yeah.
And then as they grow up, they look like the Wheaten Terriers. When their hair grows out, they look like teddy bears.
More like a bear.
It became Thunder Bear. So
I never knew that. I've never met Thunder Bear. I've seen Thunder Bear on many posts.
That's right. That's right.
Heard a lot about Thunder Bear, but never knew the exact how you came up with that name, because that's a very unique. I don't know if I've ever known any other animals named Thunder Bear.
That's right. He's our Thunder Bear. He's our boy, our son. So it's been fun having him for sure.
Does he have any playmates? Do you have any other pets or anything?
Single child.
No fish, no nothing like that. No snakes, no reptiles.
He just wants to.
He's very low key. Honestly, he just wants his peace, and especially now we're just letting him hang out and take his naps throughout the day.
Right. Wow. Yeah, we want to meet Thunder Bear someday, don't we, AJ?
Definitely.
Oh yeah. Bring him to Bent Tree.
Yes.
All right, now we're going to go. I told you I threw in some different questions tonight. All right. Do you all believe in the paranormal? Do you all believe ghosts, apparitions, spirits, anything like that?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. No.
Never had a sighting or anything?
What's that?
Never had a sighting? You never been around a ghost or anything? Nothing? No?
I'm not going to say I don't believe it, because sometimes I think freaky things are happening, but I've never been like confirmed on that stuff. So I'm undecided until I see an alien show up on the front door, which I don't want to see actually.
Now, speaking of aliens, the U.S. government's about to release a report at the end of the month about UFOs. And so what about that? Do you all believe there's something out there in the kind of the...
Yeah, like I've seen all these videos, but sometimes then, half of the population would say, yes, it was real. And then others would say, oh, that was just, a star, or someone just made it Photoshopped. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still undecided. I mean, with our technology now, 2021, I feel like we should have more proof and something more substantial, more concrete. And, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Have you all been over to Roswell, New Mexico?
No.
No, that's an interesting place.
Oh,
no, that's where they have a whole museum dedicated to interplanetary life.
It's pretty touristy.
It's pretty touristy.
It's gotten kind of silly.
I've been by there actually.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I don't think we're the only people out there or only objects out there. I think there's something out there besides. I was into Eric Van Dyken UFO back in the 70s. I was always fascinated by Star Trek and the paranormal, that kind of stuff. So I was kind of into that as a kid in Oklahoma. So I feel like there might be a few Klingons or Romulans around. Live long and prosper.
You can do the hand thing.
Dr. Spock. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I got to get the camera. There we go. Live long and prosper. All right. Lee Harvey Oswald. Was he the lone gunman? Or was there a conspiracy? Was he the only guy out there? Have you all been down to the museum downtown?
John F. Kennedy assassination.
John F. Kennedy, yeah.
Never been down there, but I'm going to say he did not act alone. But I don't really know. It's not really a strong feeling. I just think there was multiple things going on.
Nat, any did you know about Dallas?
Yes, I knew, yeah. I knew about it. And I don't know. I do think that political things sometimes have a little bit deeper background, or sometimes it might be internal. So I don't think there's is there confirmations on yeah. So I don't know. I think that stuff is always questionable, but
it's always interesting. There's a Warren Commission. They've not released the report. They refused to release the report for some reason. It's been such a long time also, too.
It's so funny that they're about to release reports on aliens, but not on the Kennedy assassination.
Yeah. That's why something's fishy, or someone, doesn't obviously want to come clean about it, but...
So there's two things that Dallas is known for. That's one of them.
Yep.
And then the other one is Dallas, the TV show. Did you ever watch Dallas, the TV show, growing up in Belarus? Did you know about J.R. Ewing and all that stuff? Nobody? No?
Nope.
You never heard of that? South Fork Ranch or anything?
I got to take her by.
You got to take her by South Fork Ranch. Come on.
Reruns. Yeah. We used to
oh, my gosh. Miss
I promise you I will take her by there and I will explain the backstory for sure.
Definitely.
I mean, that's South Fork Ranch. I thought all people in Europe watch Dallas, and that's all they ask about is. I'm sure that there are an occasional question of people. Do they ask you if you ride horses, or do you wear a cowboy hat? Do people do that for you, Nat, over back home?
No, but my dad really wanted a cowboy hat because he was like, well, since you're going in the Okie land, I want a real cowboy hat. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to wear one, but I'll bring you one.
That's nice.
So do you personally own any cowboy boots?
One pair.
Do you do?
It happened. Yep.
Me too. One pair. Yep.
And actually, I was very surprised how comfortable they are. But yep, I do. I'm an owner, and I do like that pair. It happened, and I even went to Red River. So.
Oh wow, up there, yeah.
Do you wear a hat also too? No hat.
Just the boots. Let's keep it.
You haven't bought all into the Texas folklore yet. You're getting there. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now, one of our favorite movies here on ATN Podcast is James Bond. All right, James Bond. Do you watch any of the Bond movies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Which one's your favorite of the Bond movies?
Honestly, the original one. I don't know if there's a special name for it, but I like the original Bond movies before the other actors.
Things like Thunderball, Goldfinger, yeah.
Like those? So what about you, Phil? What's your favorite?
You know what, to be honest, guys, I never really watched them and have gotten into them.
Really? Never did?
Yeah, I've seen clips here and there, but I know the classic, James Bond, but I don't really have an opinion because I really didn't kind of, for some reason, get into it or watch really any of them really from beginning to end. So
you never had a martini shaken, not stirred?
I probably have had it, but I probably didn't get it from there.
I did that at the Monte Carlo Hotel. I was happened to be over there. I was happened to be there. And I go, hey, I want a martini shaken, not stirred. And the guy, he didn't. That's the famous line. That's where it was said. And the bartender didn't give me any gratification.
No.
And then somebody was standing there they got it, and they go, God, the guy just, it was like $40 or $50 too. So I actually bought it, and I don't drink. And I handed it to the person I was with, and I was like, I didn't get anything out of that.
Just had to order it and didn't get any love.
Well, I'm sure he's heard it. That's about the millionth time he's heard that. So he didn't think it was too funny. But who's your favorite Bond out of that, Nat? Do you like James? Or do you like Sean Connery?
No, James.
James Bond, yeah. Is Sean Connery your favorite? out of the group, the old guy, or you like the new guy like Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan?
I'll take the older guy.
Yeah,
Sean Connery, the Scotsman.
The Scotsman.
Names, but.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to some ending questions here in the third set of tennis. All right, first racket. I'm interested to know, what was your first racket over in Belarus? Was there a European racket that we don't know about that maybe?
I don't even know if it had a brand, but it was metal and it had colorful rainbow strings on it.
Did you have one of those, AJ? AJ has every racket known to mankind.
I don't know what they're called, but I feel like if you have one, you know what I'm talking about.
But we'll get on that. We'll look for it.
We will.
It wasn't like a. I'm trying to think of metal. T2000 or something like that. You remember it?
It was the picture I saw. It was like a red metal and plastic kind of racket.
This one is like probably a regular. I actually have that picture.
I love that pic.
Yeah, that's a great picture.
But this is, I think, is a level up racket.
I see.
I think it's too big because it was the size of my body. But my first initial racket had like rainbow strings on it.
So cute.
Did you still have it? You still have that? Did your mom save it? No. Indoor tennis or outdoor tennis? Do you like to play indoor tennis or outdoor tennis?
Outdoor clay. That's why I was really pumped to come to Bentry and slide on some clay.
Really? Outdoor clay. Wow. I would have thought indoor. Growing up in Belarus, you all played a lot of indoor tennis, I would imagine. But
no, actually, because we can expand those seasons. So clay was my surface in the summer. And then winter for like 3 months or whatever, we could get indoors. And that would be like wooden or hard courts.
Very fast, yeah.
Or carpet. But love clay.
Most embarrassing moment in tennis?
Uh-oh.
Did you have an embarrassing moment in tennis? I've got a couple, and I'm sure Phil has. We didn't ask Phil that last time, so we're going to ask Phil that too. Did you have
you know what? I don't know if it was embarrassing, but it was disappointing. I just remember that one where I missed the highest overhead I've ever had because I decided to catch it in the air. And I was up 6-1, 4-1. We were playing the final four were playing each other for the Belarusian championship. And the top two were going to go and represent the team in the winter goodness, what is
like
it called?
Nationals or European Cup or something?
Where you play, it's not like a Davis Cup, but it's the junior competition against other countries. And then Azarenka already had her top spot, and then we're competing for the other two spots. So winning that match was going to get me that first. I was going to win the tournament and then become the number 2 on the team behind Azarenka because she didn't have to play. Right. And I missed so bad that overhead, and the girl had the loudest come on ever, and it just got so mental and so awful where I just lost it, and I couldn't recover from it mentally, and I lost the match and didn't get the first spot, got third, and third was not going to cut it for the team.
Oh, so. You needed Coach Phillip there to tell you
I cried for
flush. You got to flush that one overhead. Just flush it.
Just flush it and move on, baby.
I tried. And just, it was awful.
Philip, what about you?
Philip has that airplane story, but
I did share that before.
Yeah.
Remember, I in my freshman year of college, I missed my plane going to the Big 8 tournament.
That's
and
awful.
Southwest flight, but luckily my coach was cool about it. Back in the day, there was 2 flights per gate, and I saw the wrong time, and I literally kind of walked down as I saw through the window. It was backing up off the the on-ramp thing, and I was like, it was just, it was embarrassing to the team, but everybody was really cool about it. And I was on the phone with my mom, so she was trying to get to come watch me at Big 8 tournament, so everybody understood. But it was, as a freshman, you were a little freaked out about it, but it worked out, and I was able to get to Kansas City and eventually make it a few hours later. So
showed up and you go, hey, where was everybody?
Yeah.
Did you make it about like
you guys left me?
Right. All right. Favorite tournament? What's your favorite tournament that you played in, or maybe even been around? Favorite tennis tournament? What's your favorite? I mean, there might be a tournament in Belarus, or maybe one in Europe, or maybe one here that you played in the United States. What's your favorite, or maybe a Grand Slam? Well, what's your favorite tournament?
I will go with the favorite tournament to watch, and I'll pick Indian Wells.
Indian Wells. Yeah, that's
desert. Yeah,
that's a
My
nice.
favorite too.
Yeah, that's a nice place. That's an excellent venue. And maybe Coach Philly will go out there for Margaritaville, play pickleball. You know,
There you go. That's right.
You're going to go out there and qualify to play pickleball out there, aren't you?
it's a big tournament.
Yeah. That's an unbelievable venue. I mean, I have not been there during the tennis tournament, but I've been there when it was just a regular, just club basically. And boy, what a nice place! That was, just kind of walk around going. I can see why people like this probably in the March time frame. Normally it's in March, and I guess what's going to be
it's going to be in October this year,
which isn't too shabby of a time either. To be there. Who's your all's favorite tennis player besides each other?
Each other, yes.
Yeah, don't say.
Definitely Roger.
Yeah, for sure.
Pete Sampras was back when Roger was still coming up, and then on the women's side, I really liked Emily
Mauresmo, right? French player, yeah.
She was so talented.
One-handed backhand.
Yeah, beautiful game.
I just thought it was awesome.
Yeah, she could do anything. She's like you, baseline clay, outdoor clay, but also great indoors. And she once won Wimbledon because she had the volleys and, like you said, the one-hander, both kinds. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a player, and she wasn't she about 5'10", something like that. I mean, she was a tall lady. It seems like.
Like you, Nataliya. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever meet her on tour? Phil?
No, unfortunately not. But she was kind of just almost like the idol for a tennis game.
Right,
so.
right.
Did you ever see her around, Phil? Did you ever see?
Yeah, I was around her quite a bit through practicing with players I was coaching, and she was always really professional and very competitive, very kind of serious, but cool. She was not always nice, nice.
So, did you either one of you have any superstitions or rituals? That's a new question. Superstitions or rituals, or did you see anybody that was quirky with superstitions or rituals, like Rafa?
No,
nothing to that.
And no stepping on lines. So I kind of just like, you know what? You
didn't turn your water bottles a certain way. No, you never did that. Well, Rafa, can you believe that they didn't have any rituals?
Well, it's a part of my life, no? To have the water bottles is just a part of winning, no? It's a habit, and you become a slave to it sometimes.
Well, I see your water bottles are in a certain position over there. See,
that's right.
He's got
it. Good job, buddy.
I was about to knock him off here in a minute, so make him go psycho.
They're both lined up. That's funny.
Right now, if and when you all have kids, would you want them to play tennis competitively or more recreationally?
I mean, Thunder Bear already plays.
Right. We know that. Right.
Yeah.
He's a baller.
Certain baller,
Yeah, big boy.
Sure. I would like the opportunity if they're especially one or however many, but if one of them is into it, why not? I think that would be great.
Yeah, I think just give our kid or kids opportunity to do different things and kind of see where it takes them, and as long as they're passionate about it and they it's something they want to do and they will work hard at it, then I kind of am a believer, let's give them an opportunity and see what sticks, so to speak, and would love it if it was tennis, but if it's not, it wouldn't be the end of the world for sure.
Yeah.
So Nat, what sport would you have played if it wasn't tennis? What sport would you have kind of picked up on, you think?
Ice skating.
Oh, yes.
Ice skating, really?
I just also fascinating and beautiful, and
would it be?
I can do what they do.
Would it be figure skating, like routines, or would it be speed skating?
No, the pretty where the spinning and jumping and twists and
figure skating.
Yeah.
Interesting. We've never had that. I don't think we've had that one on.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Like, it's just.
It's a very Northern European answer. I love it. Yeah, very winter oriented answer.
So, did you grow up figure skating some? Did you do anything?
I did some. Yes. I mean, for fun.
Right.
Some indoor skating, or even when I was super small, my dad, the lake froze, so I would just go out and skate on the lake because I was so tiny that the wake was still fun.
Do you skate you around here now? Do you ever put the skates on?
Not here, no, but when I go home during winter times, that's definitely an activity because it's just kind of brings the memories, and it's just.
So what about Phil? Can he skate? Can Phil skate?
Never been in my life. No, that's not my forte. I like to kind of keep it all the foot on the ground.
On land.
He's probably walking around the rail holding onto the rail.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't help to be tall too.
I'm a good cheerleader on the side.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, last question, then we'll let you all go. If you could be the great game commissioner, let's say, and wave a magic wand and say, hey, we want to make this change or changes, or leave it alone the way it is, what would you do to the great game? Would it be something that you've been a part of, or maybe like, hey, I like it the way it is, and leave it alone?
You go.
I think what I had said, and something that I would, I'd like to see the game slow down a little bit so we can see more construction of points and more than serve plus ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the longer rallies and you know, the construction of points, angles, you know, different types of spins, different stylistic matchups. And so I don't know if that's, you know, a taller net or a bigger tennis ball or a, you know, I don't know what other ways, you know, obviously slow down the court, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't make too many changes. I think I love where tennis is at, but, you know, it's definitely become incredibly fast with serves and returns. And, you know, sometimes I think there's not a lot of rhythm to watching the points. It's a lot of power. And I think there's a lot of flashiness and cool parts to that power, but I kind of like the old Edberg, McEnroe, Rod Laver, Yannick Noah, just really constructing the points, setting it up, seeing the ball, you know, seeing the different styles kind of go together. So that's.
Well, tell us a little bit about this last question. I know you're both commissioners of tennis, but Nataliya, you didn't really weigh in on that. But I want Nataliya to tell us who are some of your picks in the French Open, and who's your pick tonight between Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather, which is about to start.
Oh yeah. You know what? Phil is really into UFC. I kind of just cheer on the side.
Uh-huh.
But I do watch the big fights, and I don't know, just would be interesting to see the influencers of the influencer.
Yeah, YouTube influencer.
YouTuber.
It'll be interesting.
He's been pretty surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, but he's been doing pretty good.
Yep.
So I would like to see a good fight, and
what about Roland Garros? I know Sabalenka from your country. I know Vika Azarenka just lost. But who are your picks going forward? And you can go women's draw and then men's draw.
Well, Roger is always my.
He withdrew.
Oh no!
Yeah, to get ready for Wimbledon. He's okay. He just
okay. Sorry. See, I'm a little bit behind on these stats. But if I could, love Roger, and then let's see. I know he's injured right now, but the tall guy, the Spanish.
Rafael Nadal?
No.
Tall guy?
Del Potro?
Yes.
From Argentina.
And I did say, sorry.
Love Juan Martin, yeah.
But I was like, he's usually the one that I would cheer on. But on the women's side, I like to see my country represented. So Sabalenka, let's go.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Loved her return of serve and her competitive ethic.
Powerful, very powerful.
And if anybody ever misses an overhead, she gives you the second loudest come on. Right?
In your face. That's
amazing. In your face competitor. Well, what a fun night, Craig Bell.
Thank you guys.
That's a great night,
Thanks so much for having us.
Really fun third set to you two, and I learned so much in the second set. And just thanking you both. We want to let you get to bed, but also watch that fight. And in the morning, we'll all, I'm sure, enjoy some French Open matches also. So thank you for a lovely evening.
Can we ask one more time?
Yeah.
Tell us how we find you one more time for those who are going to listen in and might want to contact you. Tell us one more time.
Social media, I am on Facebook under my name, Nataliya Shatkovskaya. Instagram, Nataliya. And then that's probably the best way to reach me.
Sounds perfect. And Philly.
Yeah. Phil, Phil, Phil Farmer, the number 10, and then an S. So Phil Farmer, 10S with the 1 and the 0.
We will be in touch. We will refer some people over to you if people come to us on this. So thank you both. Have a great night and wonderful week. Thank you both.
So much.
Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, enjoyed it a lot. Thank you.
I'm going to get you that $100 so you'll.
There we go.
Give me some real estate.
Turn it into $10,000.
That's right.
I got you,
I know
guys.
you can do it. Thanks, Knight. Good night, everybody.
Guys.
Good night,
it.
you two. All the best.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, another great show.
What an
Number
adorable, beautiful couple. That's right.
9-0. That's hard to believe.
Season 1, episode 90.
That's right.
Love
Season
it.
1, episode 90. We know we had a few technical difficulties, so this was part 5.
Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. And we'll ask our other producer, not just Craig Bell, but our producer, to maybe stitch them all together or watch them on YouTube one at a time.
Yeah, it was not a fun night. I was sitting there, sweating bullets, but you know what? We made it through. So
we did, and it was an engaging interview for all of us. So give us feedback, everybody. Hit the share button, hit the like button, and
here we go. James Scott Campbell. We'll get a little exit music, and we'll get going right there. All right. Thanks for listening to Season 1, Episode 90 of At the Net Podcast. Join us next week as we'll be talking with Aussie legend. He's a legend in his own mind. Like Mick Dundee.
Yes.
That'd be Gary Trost. Trusty.
Love it. Love his accent, too.
Oh, yeah. He'll be a lot of fun, as was Phil and Nat. They were great. So we're going to be speaking with Gary Trost. Also join us Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. as we do Instagram, don't we?
We do. Wednesday night at 8, we'll talk Roland Garros and just life in general. We usually have 2 legs to the shorts.
Yep.
And we always find out what's in Craig Bell's tennis shorts.
It's a big bag of nothing. So, but also wanted to mention before we go, passing of Bill Scanlon. We want to send condolences out to the Bill Scanlon family.
God rest his soul. We
lost a
both
great
have
gamer.
met him many times, and what a beautiful, beautiful man. And that was melanoma. And I know our friend Johan Creek has put out kind of a public service announcement on the importance of sun protection.
Sunscreen, yeah. So Bill, rest in peace, buddy. He was the only man to ever win a golden set back in about 1983. Still won, the only person to ever in professional match 24 straight points recorded. So Bill, we're thinking about you
and your wife Stephanie up in Utah. So God rest his soul.
Yeah. Condolences to the family. Rest in peace, and many prayers to them.
Oh.
And lastly, all right, be sure to like and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and our other social media outlets. Plus, tell a friend. We like friends,
That's right.
don't we? Yeah.
Tell a friend. Hit the share button. And thanks for your support. And we'll see you Wednesday night, and definitely next Sunday with Gary Trost.
Right. And that's the tennis news as it seems to us. Good night, everybody.